Hey guys.
Welcome to Good Crack.
Welcome to the Good Crack podcast.
Oh.
I'm your host, Matt Ferrara, and next to me is
Joey DeFilippis.
And guess what? I was going to say, listen, we're not saying this, but I was going to say that, I'm not even going to say it because I don't know if there's an algorithm, but you were going to, and I'm Joey DeFilippis, and then I was going to be like, and Joey's going to kill the blank, a high government official. We just feel great today, guys. That's why we're doing the podcast.
I have never felt better in my life.
Guys, Joey looks and smells so good right now.
Oh, I smell bad?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, you could be honest.
No, I don't smell.
That would just kind of be like impressive. I'd be like, Christ.
I was referencing the thing that my mother always says, which I'm 90% sure isn't true, where she's like, I could smell the alcohol on you. I'm like, no, you can't. She's like, it's coming out your pores. I'm like, no. That would mean that my body, which is 98% water, has somehow moved up to like 50% ethyl alcohol, and now it's coming out of my pores.
I don't know. She might be right.
Possible.
I mean, at least if you do like a physical activity after a long night of drinking, like when I
don't know if it comes out of your pores. I think it comes out of your like respiratory system.
Yeah.
Like that's why your breath will smell like of booze for hours after.
Yeah, I always think it's my sweat. That's the only reason why I'd say that. Because I know, like, with pot, that can happen.
That's definitely true.
Yeah, dude. Kids that, like, would quit pot and then work out excessively, like, their BO would smell like skunk.
Yeah.
I've
the more
seen
you
that
know.
A few times, yeah.
So,
dude,
guys,
yeah, we're coming out hot today.
It's been Thanksgiving this weekend. I got an early week off. I was off on Thursday and Friday. It's currently Saturday morning. Wednesday night, I had a half day, got off, and then you know what it was time for? It was time for the Thanksgiving Eve shenanigans. You know what that means? Hitting the fucking town.
Hitting the town. You know, everyone has their different traditions, but as they say, it's the biggest bar night of the year. I think you can quote me on that, too.
You can quote him on that. I would allow it. MLA format.
And honestly, I don't doubt it, man. Just where I was at, you know? They had a cash bar and then a bar for credit cards.
They had 2 bars?
2 bars. They had like a makeshift cash bar.
And you see the popsicle sticks?
No, it was made out of logs.
It's made out of love. So what happened? You're at this bar?
No, nothing. I was just sitting there at one point and I'm like, all right.
Give me your timeline. Because you were in the city. Oh, yeah. Tell me what happened.
I was in
Wednesday.
the city. I hosted Patty's mic on Wednesday. Patty DeFinis, penis. Bobanus.
Patty DeFuckface.
I opened it and I'm like, yeah, Patty couldn't make it tonight. He's suffering from a terminal illness, so he had to go back upstate. And someone's like, really? And I'm like, no, you fucking idiots.
We're comedians.
We're
what are
comedians.
You fucking stupid?
We do dark comedy. We do black comedy. We do blue comedy.
What are you, a dumb
Shut
bitch?
up. But anyway, I hosted his mic. That was a fun time, a good experience for sure. And then I was back.
What was that like hosting? What was your shtick?
I enjoyed it. I would just piggyback, you know, like off of whoever just went up. I'd grab like one thing they said and like relate it to me in a funny experience or something. And then like Ben Frank talked about China. I'm like, yeah, I almost worked in China once. You know, I had to decline the job in the fall of 2020. Right before the bioweapon was released, like, well, boy, did I dodge a bullet. And like, I didn't say it. Yeah, I didn't say it in the Norm voice, but you know, just shit like that. You know, now your next comic, like, I'm like, he's the son of a preacher man. Give it up for Franklin Miller.
Franklin Miller.
Yeah, but that was fun. So I finished that at like 6:45, and then I went to go stop by Zia McDougal. Had a drink, and then I hit the road back to Wayne, but I didn't get home till like 8:40.
You caught a bus from Port Authority?
Yeah, Port Authority. And then I got home, I buried a fucking Park Wayne burger.
Which one? Which one?
Bacon cheese.
Oh my God, is it my mother? Ma, come on, get on over here. Guys, we got a special interruption from my mom. Would you bring us coffee? What? Get her on camera. Pop your head in.
No, but this is a special blend. It's not like the sweet stuff.
Oh, hell yeah. I love a nice blend.
Thank you.
That's my mom, guys. Thank you, Mom.
Oh, wait a minute. This is probably the wrong one. You drink this one, okay? Because I don't know if Mommy drank out of that or it's spilled, okay?
All right.
Which one's Joey's?
This one.
Okay.
They all spilled anyway.
Grazie.
Awesome.
It's all right. We all
There's some
have
fake sugars.
COVID.
Thank you.
And of course, I had to wait 30 minutes because there's no employees. So that's
Well, we've already done that on the podcast.
Damn
Now,
labor
Was that a
shortages.
pre-episode one? The Port Authority Dunkin'
No,
Donuts?
we ended up doing that like in the first or second.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
did. Thank you, Mother. We appreciate it. I love you to death.
I think that's mine. She said.
No, she just moved them around on us.
Oh, she did.
Oh, fuck, I don't even know now. She could have poisoned both of them. We created. So, you got back.
Yeah,
to
so I got back.
Wayne. Oh, you had a burger. What kind of burger?
Bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah, goddamn right.
And then I was just fun. Then I went to Kish's. And dude, we decided to go out like 11 o'clock. We decided to just go and do the
Oh,
whole
you're
thing.
a late night, dude.
Well, because we weren't gonna go. We were gonna just hang by him and just
Dude,
have
no wonder. You
drinks and have
fucking
some
probably
laughs.
walked into the shit show.
I did.
I thought
I
you
did.
got there like at the normal time and everyone was getting fucked up progressively. To show up 11 o'clock at a fucking town bar on Thanksgiving Eve is like walking into an insane asylum on Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
On New
exactly.
Year's.
Because they're all
I
like,
don't
"Where
know.
are the elves?
I
Where?"
don't know what that analogy meant. I don't know what the holiday schedule has to do with insane asylums.
Yeah, they usually get lobotomized around the holidays.
It's like Leo DiCaprio in the end of Shutter Island.
Shutter Island. Speaking of Shutter Island, the next comic coming to the stage,
Oh, shit, I put my mouth on this. I'm sorry.
Franklin Miller.
Patty, Pie Drake, Defino.
No, yeah, but I don't know, dude. It was stupid.
So
I
you're at Kish's. Who's the squad? Well, you don't have to name them.
Yeah, but you know the
you had a
squad.
group with you?
Yeah, we had the squad, and we went out. And it's weird because
You walked into the war zone.
you walk into the war zone. It's fucking hot as shit. I can't even breathe. I'm sweating the moment I get in there. And, you just see there's like the different tiers of what you see and who you run into, right? Like you run into the people you want to see, and it's like, hey, haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is well, and it's great. Then you see the people you just don't even expect. Shout out PJ Ottens. Like
PJ Ottens.
hadn't seen PJ
Also known as
forever.
Paul
Ottens Jr.
Yeah, you remember? Paul Ottens.
Paul Ottens.
Junior.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
That's some early Xbox Live Days references, guys, for all of our fans that
Yeah,
remember
for
that.
all of the insiders.
All 0 of you.
But yeah, like then you see the people that you never expected to see, and then it's just like, wow, that was a treat. Like I was happy to see that guy.
Yeah. But then.
And then you run into then you see like the girl, that like you're friends with who's like 5'11" that you haven't seen in a bit, and then she's in heels, and you're an Italian 6 foot, and so you're just like staring up at the top of a skyscraper like, hey, nice to see you too, and you gotta it's like climbing like a koala holding onto the tree,
Like
giving
a
a hug
sloth.
hello. Yeah. And so you see that, and then you see like, exes are always a big one. You'd see that. You see the people that are just hanging on. They're just hanging on. You're like, dude, don't you think you should clock out this year?
Yeah.
But they're just hanging on.
There's the ones that are
They come up to you and say hi, and they yell in your ear.
They sold you weed in high school, but now they're trying to push real estate on you or cryptocurrency.
Well, yeah, or they're like nearing 30, and it's just like, dude,
You
what are
got
you doing?
investments? What? You have any investments yet? No.
And then I'm like, cum coin. They're like, what? I'm like, cum coin. And they're like, no, I'm not going to jerk you off. And I'm like, dude, kids living in the past. It's like a damn fucking caveman type. But, yeah, so, dude, you just run into that. And then, you run into people who are upset with you. People are upset with us, locally speaking. And,
I know, this
that's
is the
fine.
second time this has happened.
well, you know what, dude?
I'm happy about it.
If you're upset, then that's a problem
I think
for
maybe
you.
subconsciously one of the reasons I started out on this journey was to upset as many people as possible. Not in the world, but people that I personally know. This was just a means for me to alienate myself further from people in our town. I need less friends. I'm dying to get rid of you.
I want to
fucks.
have 0 friends. I don't even want to be
Yeah.
friends with you by the end of this.
Guys, I love you all, and we're so grateful for the support. But if you see me out at a bar in Hoboken, don't come up to me and talk to me. I don't want to. I'm just kidding. Don't ever fucking look him in the eyes.
Don't look him in the eye. Wait, oh, you're gonna. Don't even offer him a drink.
Yeah,
Because I would feel bad. I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend your money on.
You
me.
know how you be a good friend to me? You go to
Manscaped.com.
You buy a fucking lawnmower 4.0, and at checkout you put in fucking code GOODCRACK for 20% off and free shipping. You insignificant fucks. No,
And if you do that,
we're joking.
yeah, we're just joking. But if you
No,
do
but
that, we're not. But we are.
But we are. You know who you are.
You know who you is.
Don't come up to me and say like, "Hey, remember that bit you did about that thing that was oddly specific to my life?" Believe me, it wasn't oddly specific to your life. I hate all of you. You're all fucking idiots. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like that was
You
odd.
think you're special? You think you're the only one getting married under the age of 25? I know about 10 of you fucking morons. You guys grow on trees these days.
Dude, you know who you are
just
right now?
kidding.
You know who you are right now? Did you ever see the South Park, the Safe Space episode?
Yeah.
Your reality.
Oh, look out. Who is that? Here comes
It's reality.
reality.
No, and then they're at the fancy dinner, and it's like all celebrities for like a stupid charity. He's like, yeah, you think you're better? You think you're better than everybody? Think you're better because you spent $10,000 on a ticket? You're a fucking idiot. Look at all you. They're all just sitting there with their dumb food. Oh, that's good, man.
Nah, but yeah, I mean,
That's
listen,
good.
If you get offended by anything, and once again,
Yeah.
the people at large, you're our friends. We like the people from the unknown states. We were looking at the analytics before this. We got people from every country listening to this podcast. I'm not exaggerating. We have listeners. Was it one?
We're in 9 countries right now.
We have one listener from Malta, and I've been to Malta.
2.
2 listeners from Malta. And for those of you that don't know, and if there's people that are listening to this right now from Malta, I
you.
love you and your country. Yeah, and go fuck yourself. Malta is a small island nation off of like Greece and Italy. So like, I don't give a fuck about the New Jerseyans when I got Malta in my back pocket.
Dude, we got the Canadians, the Irish, Malta, the Guatemalans, the French, the Australians, the Dutch, the Italians.
At least 8 of those countries can't understand a word we're saying,
Yeah.
and they're still listening.
No, not 8. No.
United States speaks English.
Yeah, Canada,
speaks
Ireland,
English. Do we have-
Australia.
does it say Ireland?
Yeah.
We don't have the UK at large, though. Does it say Europe?
Yeah, this is Europe.
Ah, fuck, but no UK. I thought we would have broken into the UK market there. I got some seeds planted.
Yeah,
there.
I have some friends there too. We're in 122 cities, so we want to break out into London.
I like Ireland better than the UK anyway. I'll say it publicly.
Humor-wise?
No, just in general. I think Ireland will rise again, and I think we'll take back Northern Ireland. And I don't care
Oh,
how many
shit.
car bombs need to explode. I'm just That's bad.
Yeah, but
Just
anyway,
kidding.
the whole point that we're making is that like you run into people. I ran into people who are upset with me, and it's like, hey, go kick rocks
Yeah.
in the street. It's like it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke. I got to get my charger for the laptop real quick.
Yeah,
though.
you go do
So-
that. I'll
so,
riff. I'll
yeah.
introduce my
Give a
Thanksgiving
manifesto to all of that.
Hey guys, what I want you to do is all meet me in the woods tomorrow night. If you have any problem with the show. No, but yeah, you run into all those kinds of people. Everyone goes through it. It's like a big fucking joke now. Like it's almost more annoying that it's like the ironic thing. Like, ha, I guess I'm gonna go out tonight and see everyone from high school. But then like those same people that like tweet about it are the ones that are like, I still have a shot with Jessica after all these years, But I had a similar experience. I worked from home all last week to avoid the COVID. I was seeing family, so I was home all week, just chilling, doing my job. And then Wednesday, I have a tradition with my group of friends now, my brothers. We call ourselves the Rat Pack, and the Rat Pack for the last 3 years before we go out for the Thanksgiving Eve festivities, we go treat ourselves to a fancy, fancy dinner. We spend a whole paycheck and a half on one meal. This time we went to Rails Steakhouse in Lincoln Park, maybe technically Towacco.
It's Towacco.
Towacco, which is a beautiful steakhouse right along a railroad path and really nice. Has like these cool speakeasies in the basement where you pull a book and it opens a secret door. But, we had this bourbon-crusted steak, and I had some dirty martinis with blue cheese olives, just high-class shit. Like, the type of meal that reminds me all the time that I am better than you. But
Yeah, I had 2 slices from next to the comedy shop, before I went out for
That was your
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving Eve
I
dinner.
didn't know what to do.
Hey,
I was
listen,
pressed, but
that's
well-
a classic meal.
Well, I guess actually no, that's not true. I got the fucking burger, so
Oh, that's true. You just
Yeah.
said that.
yeah.
So then we had that meal, got back to my house, did a little pre-game ski, got the squad together, grew it in size. Had to take like 5 fucking Ubers to the bar we went to. And, was what it was. You see everyone from high school. What are you doing? It's the same conversation 1,000 times. Oh, what are you doing? I do this. Oh, great. Good to see you. Bye.
Right.
And then, like you said, once in a while, you'll be like, oh, my God, like, I haven't seen this kid in fucking 7 years. Really good to catch up. But then, like, it got to the point of the night, like, I remember 2 years ago, and it was the first Thanksgiving Eve when I was 21. Like, it was exciting to be back and see everyone and be at a bar. But this time, it was like, I was there for an hour. I saw some unexpected people. I saw some people I don't give a fuck about. And then I was like, you know what? I don't care either way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
Once
don't
again,
owe,
like,
you don't. It's not like you owe anyone. Anything.
yeah, but it's like I said, like I'm not trying to grow. I'm not trying to reconnect with anyone, guys. Unfortunately, like there's too many of yous. I'm trying to raise my kids. I got kids to feed. I'm trying to fucking provide for my family.
I'm trying to make a living with
So-
doing little as possible.
Yeah,
So let me be.
that brings us up to our next ad.
Chives.
a friend
Friends.
for you.
For you.
Brought to you
Brought
by
to you by
Chives,
Chives.
a family company.
Oh man. What else, dude?
What'd you do for Thanksgiving?
I saw House of a Gucci. She's a real firecracker.
See, so like you know what? That was something that was
We definitely,
pre-episode,
yeah.
right? Yeah, it was because I remember sitting in my
Oh,
backyard.
because
saying
they announced the release.
we
date.
saw the trailer.
Yeah.
So yeah, before we started recording the real podcast, me and Joey were making the pre ones on our phone, and we saw the House of Gucci trailer like 4 months ago, and we're like, what is with Hollywood movies just thinking they could cast people that aren't Italian to talk like, oh, how are you doing? But I've heard there's a big surprise and that the movie is actually phenomenal, which I always thought it was going to be. You know what I mean? It's Ridley Scott and like an insane cast.
Yeah,
But-
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Jared Leto, the 50-year-old handsomest man alive, dressed up as an old fat guy, greasy Italian, and apparently just crushed it. Like,
He
knocked it
crushed.
out of the
He
fucking park.
crushed it, dude. I saw it with my mom, and I just remember like I kept
So
looking.
I'm sorry, but what did you guys do? So you celebrated Thanksgiving really last week with your brother. And
Yeah.
then did you guys just have a quick meal?
This time around, we saw some friends. We went to the movies, and then we were home for dinner.
Oh, you
Well,
came
yeah.
home for dinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but dude, he was so fucking funny too. The amount of times like I just kept fucking looking over at my mom, just cracking up because of like some silly ass shit he would say. But he just brought it in all aspects. I hope he gets nominated.
How
for
was the
supporting.
movie at large? Like,
Like I told you, I said solid 6 to 7 out of 10. I'll say solid 7 out of 10. Like it was a solid movie, a very solid movie. To everyone that I've been talking to about it, I keep using like Wolf of Wall Street as a comparison, just in the sense that you are entertained the moment you turn it on till the moment it's done.
yeah.
It's and just like Wolf of Wall Street, like grandiose, everything's moving,
just nonstop. It
just
keeps
nonstop.
fucking
Yeah,
hitting.
like I thought.
Does it take place over like a large period of time, and you're following this
yeah,
whole chronicle?
Yeah, because it takes place like over like the end. It's like the end of the 70s into the 80s.
And who are the
like-
standouts? Obviously, Jared Leto and Gaga.
Honestly, man, everyone across the board really crushed. Like
Pacino, obviously.
Pacino plays Jared Leto's father. He's like running Gucci in America, like in New York. Their whole relationship together on screen was hilarious and great. Lady Gaga was awesome.
Really?
It makes me hate the woman in real life. Like, what a evil bitch.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
She did
no
a great job.
spoilers, but like it's pretty known that what happens in that movie. She has the guy killed.
Yeah. That's like you
Did
can
he
just
die?
yeah, oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. She's a sick bitch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She was just some random.
She
broad.
just married. She married into the Gucci family, and then just went like full. Like she was just very greedy, and she just wanted the money and the power.
Yeah.
She like turned so many people against each other.
Oh really?
Yeah. Adam Driver was great. Like
He's great.
Like
He's
I was telling you,
consistently crushing it. Like I love.
it was
Adam
just
Driver.
it was just great on casting. Like dude, he's so good at embodying the reserved type of individuals, those types of characters, you know.
He's just great.
Soft spoken, reserved. He just
Have you seen Marriage Story?
No, I haven't.
Amazing.
No, I
Good
haven't.
stuff.
I just always like the memes of just like
him punching.
this. It'll be like, this is a wall, and then
Yeah.
it's like.
I tried copying that for Hard Love and I couldn't pull it.
Who's that? That's Baumbach. No,
Yeah, it
Noah
was Noah
Baumbach.
Baumbach.
That's great.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, he did great. Overall, just a good movie.
Who else was
I
in
didn't
that?
know much about the Gucci story.
Yeah. Was was the story at a large interesting?
Very.
Really?
Not a single person with the last name is involved in the company anymore.
Really?
Yeah, that's the
Because of
spoiler
what
alert.
happened throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yep.
it's a direct result of this story.
Yeah,
Wow.
crazy.
That is nuts.
And just this story and the culmination of years of it building up.
Isn't it crazy that fashion used to hold like the name and the family and the designer used to hold some type of clout, and now everything's so commercialized. Like they just had that show Halston and be like, oh, you have a Halston dress. I guess it's like true.
I think
for some
it
people.
still does hold clout though.
I guess like when you have like a Tom Ford who will still design
Well,
you a custom
Tom
suit.
Ford worked for Gucci.
Oh really?
That
Is
I
he
didn't
in the
even.
movie?
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
I
See
love
again,
Tom Ford.
I
Great
don't.
filmmaker too.
I don't know. I didn't know anything about the story going into it. I always knew the family had some crazy drama of death and setup, but I didn't really know. So everything was reasonably new to me.
It's
So which
crazy,
was a
dude.
great way to see it for
Same
the first
fucking
time.
thing if you think about it with Versace. Remember?
Yeah.
That whole
Yep.
thing, like they made that show. The fucking
Yep.
guy got whacked by some serial killer.
I mean, bro, because they start dealing. I mean, the revenue they like talk about in the movie when it's like the numbers or something with like their person, you know, it's just hundreds on hundreds of millions
Really?
of dollars. Yeah.
Wow.
You know.
And then how were the accents? What was the final prognosis on that? Were they offensive?
They're northerners. They're
Yeah.
from like Tuscany and like Milan and all that.
So they already think they're better than Southerners.
Yes. I think overall it was good. Like it didn't bother me. Like
I'm not one to actually get too bothered.
no, but like when we saw that trailer, I was the type of bothered where I'm like, I don't know if I could sit through a movie like that.
Yeah.
I'll start laughing eventually, but
Yeah.
that didn't happen.
It was subtle enough.
Yeah, it was subtle.
What about Gaga? Because people were saying like it initially she sounded Russian, but now like people
No.
now that it's out, people are like, oh, she crushed it.
No, I think she did a very good job.
Because she's Italian. She's a wild.
Well, she also reminds me of a few girls that I've met in New York that are literally from there.
Yeah.
And they just were very similar in that way. And it also made me go like, huh. It definitely reinforces a bad stereotype, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That like Italian women are psycho
Oh,
bitches.
a lot of Italian women they'll cut you down.
They'll cut your cock off.
All right, so then that
How's-
was your Thanksgiving. You
Yeah,
came
what
home and had
what
some-
was up with you?
woke
I ended up seeing you later at night hanging out.
I usually
the
do that.
boys.
That's nice. I love a nice Thanksgiving post game. You're all full and drunk.
Yeah,
and
it's
you're just
you just hang out at like 10 o'clock.
yeah, just
for a
fucking
little bit.
let the food and alcohol work through your body over
Touch
some
this,
good
you know.
conversation. Yeah, I woke up. I like I said, I ended up leaving the bar early that night. I Irish goodbye like the entire bar.
It's the best thing ever.
Yeah. Went home. Woke up the next morning. Lazed around for a bit. Wasn't too hungover. Helped my parents set up. You know, every Thanksgiving, my mom, because we host the entire family. My mom's like cooking like up a storm, freaking out. Like, go light all the candles. Just and got ready. The family came over. Ate a bunch of good food. Drank a bunch of good drinks. Had some Negronis. Delicious cocktail.
Fantastic.
And that was it, really, man. Just fucking hung around. You guys came over later in the night.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Man. Whoa, that 3-2-1 just fucking put me on my ass.
Put you on your ass.
Yeah, man. That turkey bowl really did me in yesterday.
Oh yeah, tell me about the turkey bowl.
I was like thinking about how I even explain it, and it's so hard. Like I was almost like, oh, I wish one year there was a way to just have all the madness, but like the first rule is like no pictures, no videos. Like any picture or video you've seen is like underground leak content, you know? But like jokingly. It's usually just like Kish looking funny or someone, you know? But yeah. Their Turkey Bowl's been going on for 44 years.
Wow.
Yesterday was the 44th year. It's a football game every year. JFK Elementary. Anyone can show up in Jersey. Just so you know, Wayne. And Christ, I sound so stupid trying to talk right now. Like I don't even have a brain. It's a football game. We play football, as you would imagine.
Yeah.
And then after the football game, first of all, it's an NFL length game. Like
Which I feel like isn't typical.
It's not typical at all, and it puts such a toll on everyone's body, but we love it. It's for the love of the game.
Did you guys catch any rain?
No, we started after, and I also showed up at like halfway through the first half because I was like I gotta sleep. I'll be done for, and so which I paid my penalty in point later. I had to pay a 2-shot penalty before the game even started, but which I'll get to, but. Yeah, dude, it just puts a toll on the body, but the amount of heart on the field yesterday was incredible. Incredible.
You guys had a big squad.
And people throw their bodies to try and make these plays, and like our boys and stuff, and we just have a great time.
Is it full tackle or what?
Nah, it's just one-hand touch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But after the football game, we go and we play this drinking game. The classic quote, and he's one of the creators of the game, great man, R.I.P., U.B., the GOAT, the Sheik. That was his nickname.
Former neighbor of mine, next door neighbor.
Yeah, great man. You
tried to explain this game to me for 6 years.
I can actually explain it correctly because it took me like 5 years to learn. It takes everyone years to learn, but they created a drinking game on the first Turkey Bowl years and years and years ago, and it's called Point. And I don't even know if they created it specifically on the Turkey Bowl or if it's just a game their group created, but it's still played to this day.
This is dating back to like the 80s?
Probably like 78.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think 78 would be 44 years ago.
Wow.
So the game it's a dice game, and you sit around in a circle, whatever the fuck. We had a long-ass table.
How many players?
Unlimited.
Wow.
The more, the better. First rule is the first rule now in the modern era is like no phone. If anyone gets a phone, someone can call a shady, and then it comes to a vote of shady or lame shady. Shady, whoever wins, and then it's determined with a shot or drink, whatever. But it's a dice game, and there's one player who's the point. So that player is going to roll their dice, and whatever their number is the point for the round. It has to go around the table now. Everyone rolls. So you roll, you're the point, you roll a 6. Everyone has to beat a 6, and if they don't, they got to take sips. If they get a 6 or the same number as you have to have a roll-off. And basically, whoever has the higher number, the difference of that number from the point, say it's like 2, then it's now a 2 to 4 bet, so to speak. So the point will have to spin a coin, place his hand on it, and everyone stacks their hands on top. And you're basically going like 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16, 16 to 32, 32 to 64. And when you hit like a 64 to 128, when the numbers are like into the hundreds pretty much, that's where it stops. So whoever's hand that is, they can try and make a deal. Now, a big part of this game is the point. If they can make it around the table against every person and they don't drink a sip of alcohol, they get their bong rip at the end of the round. But the moment the point takes a sip of alcohol to their lips, they lose their binger, and they're a dead man walking. So what the point will do is they'll make deals with other players, like, hey, dude, if you take all of my damage throughout this round, you get half of my binger. It's a lot of espionage and diplomacy going on, lots of backdoor deals, lots of backstabbing.
Sounds like Charlie McDennis, from Always Sunny. Like the rules are just so fluid.
Dude, the rules are so fluent, and it always comes down to the voice of reason, who is usually their Uncle Brian, but now it's Kish, and so it's just
The opposite of
Right.
the voice of reason.
And so now this person, they'll try and make a deal. If not, they call heads or tails. If they call it correct, they get to give out 64 or whatever the lower number was of those two. It was 64 for 128. They get to give that out around the table. 40 points or 60 points is a shot. So that's how you can measure in your head. So if they get 64, they could do a full beer or a shot. If they get it wrong, they have to take 128 damage themselves. So in that case, that's 2 shots. And so the whole objective is, if you're the point, you want to make it around the table without taking any type of damage.
Yeah.
And other people want to try
the booze is the damage, and the goal is to smoke the bong.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It still seems like there's so many
There's
rules.
yeah, I know. If you roll a 1 when you're the point, you get a pussy binger where you get like a little bowl pack because you got a 1, so you're about to just get annihilated the whole round.
Yeah. That's wild.
And it's great because there's no friends. People pretend to be your friend, and then they have like 2 shots to give out, and all of a sudden they're like, yeah, I'm going to give those to you. And you're like, what? What happened to the alliance, you know?
Yeah.
But we play this game for hours, and then we go to a restaurant, and we keep playing it at the restaurant accompanied by a big dinner, and then you look like this the next day. You just feel like this.
Yeah. I feel that. I took it easy yesterday.
I'm sorry. That was a terrible explanation.
No, it wasn't.
I'm really
I feel like
useless
you guys
this episode.
At some point need to fucking like document this game in its entirety. Write down every rule so it could be exported to the people. Folks, brace yourselves. Winter is coming. And what the writers of Game of Thrones didn't tell you, those 2 fucking idiots that blew the whole show, that ruined 7 seasons of perfect television, is that the reason Bran Stark was in a wheelchair is because he wasn't using Manscaped. Specifically, the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. He was using a traditional razor.
Idiot.
Guy cut his sack so bad he had to fucking use an olden times wheelchair.
Idiot.
That directly led to Hodor's death. Hold the door. Hodor. So listen, folks. If you don't want your manservant, who sacrificed everything for you, to get murdered by White Walkers, then go ahead and buy yourself a Manscaped 4.0 this holiday season. It's fucking amazing. Buy any Manscaped product, and not don't just buy it. Do yourself a favor and buy it using code GOODCRACK for 20% off and free shipping. And listen, guys, Manscaped just keeps putting out the goods. They got some new products that we had sent to us, and I gotta tell you, I'm fucking blown away.
Yeah, they're impressive. We got 2 new products. We told you about them already, but now we got them here in the stew. We got the new Ultra Premium.
Dude, this bottle is made of metal.
Yeah,
Holy
I told
fuck.
you, yeah. Manscaped's Body Wash. A daily shower gel. Look at this. It's metal.
ASMR.
Metal. This is good product. This is quality product. It's vegan. It's dye-free. It's gluten-free. It's paraben-free. It's alcohol-free. And most importantly, it's cruelty-free.
And guys, on top of that, you got a fucking 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. Are you kidding me? Hair wash and conditioner, cleansing and revitalizing. This shit's incredible. It's got that ultra premium cologne fragrance.
Yep.
This shit's amazing. It's vegan. It's dye-free. It's everything Joey just said. Gluten-free for all you guys that can't have gluten shampoo. It's great.
Dude, and the best part, these are retailing at $12.99.
$12.99?
And you know what's coming up? Cyber Monday. Manscaped is really running a special sale for Cyber Monday. Yeah, Good Crack gives you 20% off, but how about 25% off on Cyber Monday?
How about
that one?
Folks, 25%
A quarter
off.
of the price slashed off. These are $12.99.
That's a quarter of the price slashed off.
$4
site-wide, folks.
right off.
Site-wide.
And free shipping.
Go to manscaped.com, use code GOODCRACK. They're going to give you the 25% off. They're going to give you the free shipping. Buy any product, guys. The holidays are coming up. There's a lot of men and women out there that could benefit from every one of these products.
Yeah.
You got a stinky uncle. You got a stinky sister.
You got a stinky sack?
You got a stinky sack. Buy them the 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner. Buy them the body wash. Buy them.
This
the
is
crop
your
preserver.
favorite right here, the Crop
Dude,
Reviver.
the crop reviver
Spray it on.
Absolutely the best shit. I just fucking spritz my balls every day after work. I can go out slinging dick like a cowboy on the 4th of July. It is.
I love the Crop Preserver too. We've talked about this. This is the ball deodorant. Get out of the shower, lather it on.
It really is.
You feel nice and clean and fresh.
You feel so clean and fresh. I mean, it's just the perfect gift for the holiday seasons. Buy the fucking lawnmower.
You think you got some nose hairs? You think you got some?
Bye.
You know what this is?
It's the Weed Whacker.
It's the Weed Whacker 4.0.
Yeah.
Give it a run.
You don't want to use that. It's in my nostrils.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying it for me. I was saying for you. I was like, you got any nose hairs?
Yeah.
Throw her in there.
That's good.
And then, folks, you can also get the Lawnmower 4.0. We've been talking about it forever. For the pubes, for the I mean, we're not even going to get into it.
It's literally, it's like, you know, on Thanksgiving, when you get that butter that's in the shape of a turkey, and it's been sitting out for a while, so it's not cold anymore, so you put a knife through it, it goes through it like fucking nothing.
Easy. That's
literally what using the Lawnmower 4.0 on your chest, balls, pubes, ass, face, everything feels like. It just glides through it.
And guys, you can get the Performance Package 4.0. It's a great deal. They're going to be running this for Cyber Monday. You can use our code for a discount, but you're going to get not these products. Let's exclude them. But you're going to get the Crop Preserver, the ball deodorant. You're going to get the Crop Reviver, the spray for your sack. You're going to get the Lawnmower 4.0.
You're going to get the
Weed Whacker for your nose and ears. You're going to get
the anti-chafe
boxers. And on top of it, to complete it all, a nice carrying case, a nice toiletry bag to keep it all organized.
Everywhere you fucking go.
Everywhere you go. You know?
That in your briefcase.
You get that. But if you're not into making that kind of purchase, you can get some 2-in-1. You can get some body wash. You can get whatever the fuck you want. Just use the code GOODCRACK at checkout.
Guys, listen. Your balls will thank you.
They really will.
You know what? I don't think that was good enough. Give me some effects to really let them know that their balls will thank them. Yeah, keep it coming. Are you ready for this, folks? Are you ready for the Manscaped introduction? In a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your balls will thank you. Once again. Yeah, give me some Blade Runner music. Once again, go to manscaped.com. You get 25% off site-wide on Cyber Monday. Use code GOODCRACK at checkout on any product for 20% off any other time and free shipping.
You don't have any balls, you said, that's
Your
okay.
balls will thank you.
If you don't have any balls, like you said, that's okay.
Brent Stark's a fucking idiot.
Bran Stark was bound to a wheelchair because he didn't trim his pubic hair.
He used a sword instead of a Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0.
He used a sword, believed in a whore, and now he's stuck in the chair because of that long and illustrious pubic hair.
And Hodor has died. He perished. He cried. He said, "Hold the door." But he could have been alive if a whore
never lied.
Bitches be shopping.
They be doing all the drugs all the time.
But what they should be doing is trimming their sides of their pubes with a Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0.
Get one for me. Get one for you.
Do another effect. Last Christmas, I shaved my pubes, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from shears, I'll buy myself a Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0. Last Christmas, I cut my balls. Was bleeding all over the place. Whoa, this year, to save my balls, I'll buy a Lawnmower 4.0.
folks. You're going to go to manscaped.com, use code GOODCRACK for 20% off.
25% off.
25% off on Cyber
site-wide.
Monday. Free shipping. That's GOODCRACK at manscaped.com. Your balls
Will thank you.
Oh, it could be. I mean, like, to you or, like, people close to us, it easily could be. But, yeah, like, on a grand scale.
I've heard about it so many times, and I'm like, I really don't know if I could handle that. Because you, like, it's not like, oh, we'll play for, like, 45 minutes and then take a break. It's like you guys play for, like, 3 hours straight.
Dude, it's insane. The trick, in my opinion, is when you get there, you got to crush a lot of pizza. I took down, like, 4 slices before I started. And I had that 2-shot penalty to start the game. That's how I jumped in.
What are you ripping shots of?
I always go tequila. The game, but the game is sponsored, not really, but it's sponsored by Dr. McGillicuddy's menthol mint. I don't know what kind of liquor it is. It's either a gin or a vodka, but it's menthol mint flavored gin or vodka.
That sounds disgusting.
Every year it's there.
Is it gross?
It's like, I personally would rather the tequila, but like it goes down.
Yeah.
And like Kish loves it and shit, and so it'll be like, all right, you gotta go to the doctor.
What else we have going on in our lives? We've been playing a lot of Halo.
Yeah,
Me and
Halo's
Joey
fun.
are back in the Halo game. We've been playing with our good friends Padraig Defino and the one and the only Tommy Holder.
Leverett Tommy Holder the 5th.
Leverett Tommy Holder the 5th. I'm gonna make a big statement right now. Over the last 3 weeks of getting closer with him, I think he's the funniest person I know right now. He's so fucking funny. Tommy Holder.
We're gonna get him on. We should get him on here for like the next one or the one after.
Dude, the issue with Tommy is like, I think he's the funniest person we know. I don't know how we'd be able to put him on a podcast.
I think it's just he's gonna take the reins.
Yeah.
I think we're the guests that day.
Yeah, we would be the guest that day.
And that's okay with me.
Yeah.
Oh man, my ribs hurt.
Yeah.
You know what's something crazy? And we were talking about it yesterday. You never use your hip flexor anymore. Like the only time you use them is if you're like a sprinter or if you're playing sports. And so yesterday you do that right in here.
Yep.
It hurts so much.
I fucked up my hip flexors too.
It hurts so much, dude.
Yeah. I was helping a buddy move
So
something.
tight. Oh man. All right. Well, hey, we're at 33 minutes. we're really killing it.
What else could we talk about? Go quick, sound effects. Lower level.
Everything is going crazy again, and I don't even know where.
Like, this is Kid Cudi. This is how he makes every album. I smoke a solo. I smoke a dolo.
I do the but I gotta say to my noto.
I'm smoking on them drugs like I'm smoking like a bottle.
Featuring Bill Cosby. And I'm smoking on the chronic and I'm gonna stop it.
And featuring Paul McCartney. I love the drums. I love me playing some bass guitar.
Oh, I don't remember. I was kind of drunk at the time.
So John would write the songs, and then I would come in and I'd say do-diddly-do, and I would do a bit of my own song, and then I'd say, well, maybe we could put a little bit of a Penny Lane in there. And then you take the pennies and you go down the lane, and that's how we wrote the song.
Hey, how you doing? My name's Adam Sandler. I'm just glad to really be here with you.
Hey guys, I'm just wanting to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Why are you eating the turkey? Yeah, that was good.
That was good.
You gotta raise my levels.
Yeah.
I realize I'm so quiet on this podcast every time I listen back. I was born this way, folks.
When you listen back, it's like you'll be quiet, and then there's like 2 times in the episode where you'll peak. So it's like you just go like.
It's any time I go on a rant about real estate or people getting married under the age of 25.
Yeah, you're a monster, dude.
Hey, listen, guys.
You're a monster.
You need people like me. You need people like me so you can
point
point your
finger.
fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
Oh.
That's the bad guy.
You know, go through the master list, but I mean, what a time, dude, in our country.
I know.
You know? What a time in
we
our
could go through the master list. Masturbate.
Oh wait, didn't I brought up something funny before that we were like, oh yeah, dude.
I think that was Thanksgiving Eve.
No,
was
this
it Gary
fucking
Vee?
this
Yeah.
idiot.
I recommend fucking up on purpose.
That sounds
I'm
fake.
serious. It's so much better to like eliminate expectations from the get. Then you play with house money. If you're scared of other people's opinion, fuck up on purpose. Then everybody thinks you suck shit. Then it's all upside. You know, everybody's like, I'm telling you, I'm not joking. Maybe that's what happened to me. Maybe what happened to me was because I got D's and F's and every teacher and every friend's parent thought I was going to be a loser. There was no entrepreneurship in the 80s. That wasn't a conversation. I didn't even know what the fucking word meant. The first time I heard it, it meant that you were kind of like a loser, like, and didn't do anything. Like, maybe that's what happened to me. Maybe the advice I'm giving you, man, is based on what happened to me, which was because I sucked so bad at school, and that's the only way that we were graded back then.
Listen, I have some advice for you. I think I know what you should do. You gotta fuck up before you do anything. Yeah, you gotta fuck up. Yeah, you kill your family. Yeah. All right, so you left your kid in the car when it was 98 degrees out with the windows closed and they died of a heat exhaustion. You need to fuck up to make it. Maybe that's what happened to me. I killed my parents to take over their wine business. Maybe that's what everybody needs. Maybe you need to change your gender. Maybe you don't. Maybe you need to take all of your money and give it away so that you have nothing. People think you're an idiot and a loser, but that's really just setting you up for the greater successes that you were meant to be a part of.
If I had the opportunity, if I could get in touch with Gary Vaynerchuk and I could invite him to a dinner where I'm offering to invest $100 million in whatever gobbledygook fucking stupid shit he's got, here's what I would do. I would tell him to meet me in rural New Jersey. I'd take him out to some Italian restaurant. I would drug his wine immediately with as many sleeping pills and Xanax as I could. I would get him in a car. I'd drive him out into the middle of the woods near the Ramapo Reservation, very secluded, with the exception of the Jackson Whites, but they're fans of ours. I would find an abandoned train car, and what I would do is I'd take at least 500 fishing hooks, each individually attached to a fishing line. And I would take off his pants, and I would pierce his skin with each individual fishing hook, running from his scrotum all the way down the inseam of his legs.
Wow,
And
this
then
is sick.
I would hang him up individually with every single fishing hook, so when he woke up, he'd be hanging upside down by 500 fishing hooks attached to his entire under half. And I'd say, Gary, listen, if you could tell me one reason I shouldn't leave you here right now, then I would leave. Then I'll take you down. And then tell me what he would say.
Maybe I'm supposed to be here. It's about perspective. And people don't get that. Yeah, you're hanging upside down in a tree. But it could be worse. You could be dead. You know what I like to do 8 times a day? I like to imagine everyone I love hanging upside down from this tree by fish hooks. You know why? Perspective.
At that point,
And then you're like, you didn't say anything,
I'd
Gary.
say you've decided your fate, Gary. And I'd walk away, and his only options would be to rip off the entire bottom half of the skin of his body. So I'm thinking, like, look, picture this is his legs. Here's his balls. There's just hooks running all connected to his skin. So he could either rip those all out and just, or he just dies there. That's my options for Gary Vee.
But
You could quote me on that.
but
It's not a joke. I'm very serious. If Gary Vee wants to get in touch with me, you know where to find me.
If you do not like your job, genuinely, you don't like it, you do it because of the money, you must, at all times, that you have downtime, in the evening, on weekends, on holidays, you must plot and work hard to create an opportunity for you to take a different job that makes you happier. No amount of money is worth joy and fulfillment and happiness, and you can do it. If you're lucky to catch a rhino by the tail and have somebody you believe in and you like, spend time communicating to your leaders, bosses, or managers that you actually are bought in. every time an employee has come to me and said, I actually want to be here a long time, it has completely changed the way I think about them. Let it be no confusion.
Yeah. My case rests.
Dude, I wish it's so cool that like people, I mean it's not cool, but I'm like jealous in the sense that people can get so much out of saying the most simple shit and then they're like a guru.
Yeah.
Like everything he said is true. Yeah, you should work on something so you create your own opportunity, but it's just like, dude, no shit. Imagine you could just say that and then it's just like you get like millions.
Hey guys,
Crazy.
if you save $100 a week for 40 years,
500 every 500 a month till you're 60.
you'll make $10 gajillion.
If you put it in a Coom IRA. It's just
Coin.
like, dude, insane.
Yeah, man, listen, I think the entire world, I don't like this conception of you have to be doing what you love. Obviously, that'd be great, but it's called a job because it's a job. You have to show up and work, and a job is not supposed to be something you love. Those are things you love. Those are called hobbies.
Yes.
It would be great to make your hobby a job. That's what we're all trying to do. But there's something called society, and it needs to function.
Yeah.
And if there's not everyone doing a job and everyone just painting or making resin portraits,
This is what your average conversations would sound like.
Hey, you want to come over to my compound later?
no, do the one that's like sounds like we're in a church. Oh, ha, hey, oh. So I'll tell you what, it's like a flashback. Society's great. Hey, Joe, pass the football. No, look out for the car. Jimmy, don't do that. Wait, what do you mean, Kyle? Hey, I got a joke for you.
That's just the price you pay for self-sustainability.
4 mils. All right, guys.
That's why you need order.
Yeah. That's what the world would feel and sound like if everyone did what they loved. And you could quote me on that one.
Oh, man. Dude, you know who hit me up recently?
Who?
You remember that kid that we talked to on the phone call during the pre-episode?
Yeah.
And he said, like, that crazy anti-Semitic shit, whatever,
Yeah.
about, like, Jews and all that.
He
with, like,
was
money.
saying, he was like trying to sign us up for a pyramid scam.
Yeah, and we've talked about it on an earlier episode. He hit me up recently, and he's like, and I answered, and I fucked up right away. I'm like, I should have known, but I answered. And he's like, hey, man, this is Blobbity. How you doing? And I'm like eating lunch, and I'm like, good. Listen, tell me this, man. Are you still looking to keep your work options open? And I'm like, oh, no, dude, I'm doing very well. And he was like, oh, dude, I'm happy to hear that, man. I'm really happy for you. And I'm like, yeah, thanks, dude. He's like, so you wouldn't want to hop on a call or anything? And I'm like, I'll call you in 20 minutes. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, I'll call you in 20. He's like, okay, cool. And I just never called him. And he never called me back.
Yeah.
I think he got the message.
He literally described to us a pyramid scam, and that was what he wanted.
People helping people.
How much time we got left on this?
We're at 45.
I think this is a good time. Do you think it'd be good for us to just play one of our old when we were doing fake business? We'll narrate it. Those are on YouTube.
Yeah, they are, right?
Do you think that's cool? I think the
Yeah.
content people would enjoy.
Yeah.
Cause I got nothing.
Yeah.
It's either this or you listen to us do sound effects for another 15 minutes. And we're not letting you down here. We came in with some hot fire. I've offended a lot of people, I hope. And if you have any complaints, all you have to do to register one of your complaints about our content is go to manscaped.com, buy a lawnmower 4.0, use code GOODCRACK, and in the details section of the shipping part, Just say like, hey, I don't like it when you disparage my underage marriage.
Or what you can do is you can write it down on a sticky note, roll it into a cylinder, place it into a condom, lather the condom in lubricant, lay on your side, put one leg in the air, and then just slowly insert it up your asshole.
Yeah, or
and let it stay there.
Yeah, or swallow it, or even better, take that little note, put it in a glass bottle, cork it up, and throw it in the ocean, and we'll get it. Take a bunch of, what you got to do to register your complaint is go out and buy 1,000 plastic straws and drive to your local beach and throw them all in the ocean.
Dude, you don't even see me for like the first 30 seconds of the call because I was laughing so hard and pacing away.
Do we have the
This is me and yours.
Oh, this is Texas?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so preface this. Yeah, I think we've mentioned it on another episode. I am Jim Bloom. Cat's out of the bag. Sorry to everyone who thought that they were gonna make $50K. You're not. You're not. To the kid who DM'd me actually asking that as a serious question, you are so fucking stupid.
Sorry, man.
So dumb. Like,
yeah,
come on. You go onto an Instagram with like 700 followers and it says comedy satire podcast and you actually think that we're giving away 50 grand?
Hey, yo, does the 50 grand thing still work?
It's like, dude,
No.
idiot.
What are you?
Idiot.
Fucking
Idiot. There's people like this walking around every day. Idiot.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah, so Jim Bloom started. I was using Jim Bloom as my alias for fake business, and I would just call up businesses and, make
There was 1 week where Joey was
prank phone calls.
Yeah, he was he was involved in at least 10 major commercial real estate deals.
Yeah.
That were in motion.
Yeah, and you know what? It's like looking back on that, it's like 3 weeks after I got out of my relationship. I definitely just was going through some shit.
You're just erratic.
I was erratic, and I was like, my way of dealing with it is going to just be like prank calling people and engaging in comedy and having fun doing it. And honestly, it worked.
Yeah.
So talk about
this.
that. Anyway, led us to this. Me and Matt, I obviously told Matt I was doing this.
I was like,
and
I gotta get in.
He's like, I love it. I got to get in. I'm like, obviously. So Matt brokered a deal with a company that we won't say because it will probably come out, but we won't say it now.
It's a major food distributor for the entire country. And I could almost guarantee almost everyone listening to this has eaten food from them.
Yeah. And so Matt pretty much was like, hey, me and my associate Jim Bloom are opening up a restaurant in Houston.
Chain of restaurants.
Called Swams.
A chain of seafood restaurants.
Called Swams.
I don't think it was even Houston. It was, I think we said Lubbock, right?
No. They're in Lubbock. We said Houston.
I thought we did it. We said, because the whole point is listen, man, like, you'll hear in the call, he's like, you're in a landlocked part of the country. There's no seafood for like 100 miles. We're like, oh, yeah, we know that.
So anyway, Matt brokers this deal, and he says, hey, well, I should have you talk to Jim Bloom. So we set up a conference call with this guy from the company.
We feel really bad about it.
Yeah, we do feel bad about it, but what's
but
done
once
is
again,
done.
all business is fake business until it's real.
So what I was doing when we were doing all of these, I was just recording all of it because we got to have it on video, right?
Yeah.
So here we go. I think this is you and I on the call before. Jim Bloom.
All right, hold on 1 second.
This is me. I put the other guy on hold and I called
One
Joey.
thing in my room real quick.
And I just couldn't hold it together.
Oh, dude, what a day.
All right.
Operations, and I'm just one of the investors, and that we're looking for hosts for this show.
Okay.
Okay.
Launch it up.
Will this go onto the feed or is it just going through the mic?
It's going through the mic.
Ah, jeez.
Jim, are you there? Jim? Jimmy?
Oh, sorry. Hey, having some problems with my phone over here. How you doing?
Jim, we're speaking of Kenny. Kenny, I didn't get your last name. We're speaking with Kenny. Just go West Texas down in Lubbock.
How you doing, Kenny?
He was helping you with your grandson. I'm good.
I'm good, thank you. You know, just wrapping up the work day over here. The perfect way to end it. A nice conference call real quick.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, Jim said that you guys were looking for some shrimp and kind of some seafood. We carry a large variety of different.
So yeah, our whole preface for this too is that we were just looking for shrimp. Like we just said, our restaurant was totally based
Yeah,
around
that's
shrimp.
very important.
That
We
was it.
we were like we're solely looking for a shrimp supplier.
Yeah, and the guys like, we heard you're looking for shrimp.
And obviously different kinds, but anything particular you were looking for?
I mean, we had a few things. We're definitely trying to get shrimp for sure. We also had like different varieties of clams we're looking for as well. Steamers, I believe the pisser clams. Just we're trying to get a good grip on different kinds of seafood in the shrimp clam area. We're also looking to do something with other seafood like salmon, swordfish as well.
Running down a list of every seafood.
And other than that, I mean,
I think when you were coming from, understand what you said about Lubbock and how landlocked it is. You don't know, like, ideally when you're in a restaurant, like out here in South Carolina, we get the luxury of, like, partially some of our stuff in the kitchen comes from a fish market, so that's where we get our fish from. Then when it comes to other things like maybe crustaceans, we'll get those from a wholesale supplier, and then clams may come from another source. But there's not really a place.
You were just telling this guy that you pretty much want to get each food from a different source, dude. That's the most illogistical way to run it. Like, yeah, we want to get our shrimp from this supplier, but then we're thinking our clams from this guy, and then our landlocked stuff from another guy.
Yeah, I remember I gave you no context. And that's why in the beginning you just start naming every seafood. And then I think we say at one point, like, because like, what we're saying is so illogistical, and then we're just like, yeah, listen, Kenny, money's no object to us.
We have an unlimited bank account.
How we like to run it, just have a variety, but if it's looking like you can see our main suppliers with stuff is good quality, and there's no real alternative, and I understand how landlocked it is, then we're looking to kind of get to a variety of the fish.
yeah, I mean to have it locked with one individual entity is pretty much like best case scenario for us.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, we can get, we may not have, we don't have quite a bit of it, obviously, we bring it in stock.
Right.
But we can get pretty much anything that we want. I mean, Houston would be our nearest available kind of where we get a majority of our seafood from. And Louisiana, too. We get some product from Louisiana.
Okay.
Out of the Gulf and so forth. But that's where our main. Really, what I was looking for, if you guys can help me with a list of specific items, and I can go to work. If we don't have it here, I can find it. We do have a fresh fish program that we use as a demand kind of demand, which means it takes an extra day in.
Oh wow. Shoot.
We order today, and we get 2 days in advance, and we get it here. In that case, that was the case. You guys were special orders. But we were thinking, like, if it's feasible for us, we'd obviously come and probably do will calls. We have the manpower for that and the logistics. But then I understand you guys do shipping and deliveries as well. Would that stuff be coming straight from Houston or Louisiana straight to the restaurant that we needed? Or would it be like it brings it to you and then we can do will call or delivery out of the Lubbock office? Yeah, most of the time it comes to our warehouse and then we deliver to you, which would just be an extra day. There are some things, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with, we do grab, I don't know if you guys have done business with Cisco Foods, but Honolulu Seafood,
Beep.
we do that.
Oh, yeah, I heard of them.
Directly to you.
Yep.
And I can get, yeah, it's a really good program that all our kind of our white table restaurants use that program just because it's so efficient. And really, you don't get charged. Well, I'm sure you get charged for shipping on one side of it, but they don't charge you directly for shipping as long as you go over 20 pounds of any variety of fish.
Oh yeah, I mean that really won't be a problem. Yeah.
I can understand the shipping and logistics would probably cost a bit extra.
But hey, you're paying for the efficiency. paying for the efficiency, Jim.
Exactly right.
We also didn't mention that Matt chose his name on a whim because he was just like, he had to just get, like, they asked his name and he's like, my name? And he just said his name was Jim Sturgis, who is the actor from Across the Universe in 21. And not to mention, my name is already Jim Bloom, so now we're just
Jim and Jim.
Like, this guy sent a follow-up email, and he's like, hey, Jim and Jim, got those numbers for you. Take care. Sincerely, Blobbity.
Oh, God. I'll never forget that. I was like, my name? Jim?
It's like that part in SpongeBob, like, my name? You see, like, a thing, Jim Sturgis. You look at your copy of Across the Universe. Jim Sturgis.
That could have been the case.
For a foothold in the area, and our best guys there no space. So something like that would be good if it's worth the extra money. If it's saying, all right, we can jump in quality this much, we can get this way. If it's going to really make a difference, that's when we can start going for something like that. You know, 90% of the time we would go for something like that. It's even just a little bit better. It works for us more.
Yeah, listen, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Kenny.
they've got anything that they, I mean, it really is caught the day prior to them shipping it out. They have it tagged, as you guys probably know. They have it tagged with the date. And
As you guys probably know.
It takes 1 day to get here. It's a really cool program. So all of our, our Lubbock Country Club here uses that. Our Tech, they have a big club. It's called the Tech Club. It's up on top of the stadium. They use that program. So there's several of kind of the higher end that would use it. They have makeup.
I keep writing things down, too.
You were writing shit down.
I keep hearing myself throw the pen down on the pad. Oh, my God. It's official.
What?
Folks, live on the Good Crack podcast. The Omicron variant is here.
Touchdown in the U.S.?
It's here.
Who's that coming from?
Disclosed TV. Oh, man.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
That'll be good. That'll be good. That'll be good. More work from home.
It's gonna be another winter in quarantine.
Yep.
I'm calling it now.
Yep.
Calling it now, folks.
Get your vaccines, folks. Just kidding. But seriously.
Get in the house.
Well, listen. Well, listen. Let me tell you this. In the grand scheme, I'm running the operations. I'm, in the grand scheme of the checkbook and all that, I'm the little guy, right? So, pretty much if it's coming as efficiently as that program runs, and we're paying the premium, 90% of the time we're gonna do that, and that's what we want, because running it as efficiently as possible, pretty much want to be the target with that.
Sure.
So
Sure. And I was thinking about that. If that's something we can trust, because we have restaurants all over the country.
So at that point, I go, we're good with that because we got restaurants all over the country. And then I was about to say, we got restaurants all over the world. And then I lost my shit, and you just hear me go silent, and you'll hear for the next 40 seconds, it's just silent, and I pretend that my phone broke. And Joey could tell that I'm laughing my ass off, so he just picks it up. We got restaurants all over the goddamn world.
Dude, you know what this means? We're going to have to get more Korean barbecue soon because we're about to get shut out, I feel.
Yeah. It's going to be good. We're going to mask up again. Restricted times. Be fun.
Jim?
You there? Jim?
Hello? Jim?
Hello?
Jim?
Can you hear me? Sorry about that. I'm getting a spot reception. But I was saying, we have places all over the country, and obviously when you go more inland, getting fresh fish is harder to do. If you work with programs like that, they do a very good job of dating sealing it. They come in fresh, freeze-dried packages, and we can see the fact that they're dated from the day before they were caught recently. So we can trust a system like that most certainly. And over here, he likes that more than I know.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be about having the freshest product at the most efficient rate. So
Jesus Christ.
1 to 2 day delays, but knowing you're gonna get an insured, fresh quality product. I mean, that's all you could ask for, man. So I like the sound of that. Kenny, let me ask you this. Yeah, no, I had one more point I wanted to bring up, Jim, and that was land stuff, some pork, chicken, steak. Do you guys handle, any of that supply as well? I mean, while we're here on the phone, I might as well ask.
All of it. I mean, that's really what our bread and butter is. I mean, we have CAB as our primary beef.
Oh wow.
Pretend that we know what that meant.
Pork, we can get our hands on anything, and pretty much anything and everything that you want it, especially on that level. Seafood's a little harder for us, but we do make it work really well for the locations in reference to the coast or anything.
Hey, well, shoot.
Kenny, I think what's the most logistical thing would be is I'll have Jim and Wes, who's he's our sommelier. He puts together the menus. I'll have them put together like just a short list of everything we're looking to get. Not saying that we're going to need all of it, but just things we have to know that you have, and we'll email that over to you. And then if you can say like, this we most certainly can't do, or this we could. Sure. Yeah, and I'd like to get our chef. We have a chef on staff here. I'd like to get her involved just so that she can partake in part of this. She's a great tool to have.
Yeah, I mean, hey, as many brains together as possible gets us more resources and information. We're all for it.
Absolutely, sure. Well, if you'll give me that list, I can give you my email right now, or I can email it to you. It's a long last name, so if you prefer that I would email it to you, that might be better.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll give you my email. It's short and sweet. It's just Jimmy Bloom 1776. That's JIMMY BLOOM 1776 at gmail.com. And just shoot me an email, and then with your info, and then that way I'll forward that to Jim Sturgis right here, and we'll have the line of communication set up.
And absolutely no pressure. Like, we just recently purchased 5 or 6 lots of land that we're going to be developing. We're not looking to
The lies just kept getting deeper and deeper.
We just recently purchased 5 or 6 lots of land.
We were gonna tell them that, like, because we said we purchased 5 or 6 lots of land that were gonna become restaurants, and then when we told them the deal was gonna fall through, we were gonna say we're turning them into banks.
Yeah, in retail. But weren't they retrofitted as restaurants? Yeah,
Absolutely.
Started from scratch, man.
Well, now you got the drive-through.
in October. We're getting kicked off now, but there's no
Open in October. That was like a 2-month span where we put together 5 restaurants.
Establish a line of communication now rather than later. Sure, I'll take care of this as quickly. Yeah, I'll get you this information as quickly as you guys get it back to me. I'll work on it. That's not a problem at all. So.
Well, hey Kenny, we appreciate you, man.
Appreciate the call. I'm sorry for your today. No problem. Thanks. I look forward to working with you guys.
All right, Ken. You take care now.
You guys have a good day.
You too, Ken. What the fuck are we doing?
Great times.
Yep.
Great times.
Yep. That's our bread and butter.
That's our bread and butter, man.
So we started that call by saying we just wanted shrimp, and ended it by saying we wanted every other food product. We went from shrimp to clams to every other seafood to pork, chicken, and beef.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it's that time again, folks.
Yep.
We're about to get the hell on out of here.
Y'all have a good week, man.
Great time. Have a good time, man.
This
Have a
has
good
been
time.
Jim Sturgis.
This could be the podcast that topples our listenership over.
I think this is one of our best.
I think this is the one that propels us to new heights. Is that
Yeah.
what you're saying?
Maybe it is.
All right. Go fuck yourselves.
Go fuck
We'll see you
yourselves.
next week.
Ciao.